Hi, welcome to IBC 2017. I'm Joe O'Halloran, Editor-in-Chief of Rapid TV News, and I'm here with Bill Nardi, Vice President of Broadcast Integration and Global Support at Dejero. Hi, Bill.
How are you?
It's been a very interesting year in terms of the satellite industry. How has that been affecting what Dejero do?
Well, we've launched our CellSat project here, which is a partnership with Intelsat, where we have a new solution where we rely on cell, but satellite is the backup. So we feel this is going to be a game changer for our broadcasters because it brings KU connectivity to them, along with our typical cell bonding that we bring as well as a primary, but with the satellite as the backup.
Now, 2017 is a year without a major sporting event like a World Cup or an Olympics. And yet, companies seem as busy as ever in live events and also news gathering. What have you been seeing?
Well, I think the weather has a lot to do with it. We've had, especially in North America, we've had a lot of major weather events happen. We've had earthquakes. 2 major hurricanes hit within a couple of weeks of each other, which is really a rare occasion. So customers are obviously relying on these unplanned events, which are tougher to deal with. Obviously they don't have the budgets for them, they didn't plan for them, so obviously it creates an intensity of what needs to be done, an urgency of how it needs to be covered, obviously because these are public safety events as well. Maybe not have many planned events this year because it's an off-election year, off-sports year, but it seems like the weather has filled in those gaps.
So even though it's not a sports year, are you seeing more people shooting 4K at these events?
We are. We're starting to see a lot more 4K requests, especially in this area, especially and also in APAC as well. The requests are coming in, which is why we have our IBC technology that we're demoing here. Obviously, the 4K is on the horizon. Folks want it. Much more prevalent here than probably in North America just yet, but definitely catching on here a lot quicker.
Now, this drive to 4K and advancing quality in general, what strains is this putting on the background networks and the global cellular network?
Well, I mean, if we get to HEVC, it's you're actually using less bandwidth. So you can still get high quality using less bandwidth, which is really the important thing. Because if we tried to do it now with the typical encoding of H.264, it's just not possible to do. So I don't think it's going to be a strain on the networks, and I think when the dawn of 5G, which is going to be coming out, and I think we're going to see some of that testing at the Olympics in South Korea, I think that's probably going to be perfectly fine. Plus, at the same time, we're doing a lot. We're focusing on a lot of file transfers. So while 4K can be done, you can still do file transfers of it. So and use our products like the Gateway, where we can create over 125 megabits per second of being able to send files over the internet very quickly. So even if the files are uncompressed, they can still go out quickly.
Now, speaking of the equipment, we're here at IBC. What you're here to show, is it doing things like this, about being able to set up a new paradigm in news gathering and events?
It is. It's once again, we're focusing on connectivity. I mean, we're a connectivity company, focused on IP solutions. We've always been a solutions company. It really is, the Gateway came out at NAB. It really is growing now as far as the use cases for it. I mean, and the performance just keeps getting better and better every day. Then you add in the CellSat project as well, which really is just creating a ton of buzz here. A lot of buzz in North America right now. A lot of folks want it. A lot of folks want to demo it. It really is a change from the KA side of things, and it really is kind of nice because it's one of those situations where it's one button push technology, auto acquire, cell first, and then what happens is if the cell coverage starts to drop below your set bandwidth, the satellite automatically blends in, and it's our blending technology that does this. The bonding is in the cell side, but the blending's with the satellite, and basically it offsets each other. Cell coverage drops down a little bit to where it's too low, satellite automatically blends in, the operator doesn't even know it's happening. And in the end, they're too busy to worry about it.
How is the general drift towards IP-based broadcasting helping?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a drift. I think it's a natural evolution. I mean, we've gone from the broadcasting engineering side of television and where engineering was running operations to now where they're blended with IT. And even IT is kind of running things. I mean, everything being IP set up now is based off of security, workflow, amount of bandwidth available, how it gets allocated, and most of all, how it stays secure. So I mean, I think it was just a natural evolution for it to happen because, you can only send so much over an SDI line, and, even fiber is not as, they're using fiber, but IP connectivity is big right now, and then this type of technology that we're able to use as far as our gateway and with the CellSat and with the rest of our solutions, it allows folks to continue to do things easier. And that's really what it's all about, it being simple.
And are these guys having to change their workflows to take advantage of things like IP?
Actually, no, because we focus on, when we meet with a customer, a potential customer, we actually map out their workflow. We want to know what happens when something gets into their building and how it gets to air, where it goes. Because for us, we're not here to make them change their workflow, we're here to help them with their workflow. And if we can give them recommendations in their workflow, where maybe they can eliminate steps, because obviously the more steps of a process, the more opportunity for mistake, right?
Which comes by you doing a lot more like a service type of sell rather than product sell.
We don't just sell equipment, and we don't just sell solutions, we recommend them. And that's part of being partners with customers. Because it'd be one thing, it'd be easy to give them or sell them a piece of hardware and walk away, but that's not how we're built. We want to know how they operate and we want to help them succeed. They succeed, we succeed, and in the end, they'll come back for other things.
And looking to this future, is there anything really transformative that you see on the agenda for the next 12 months?
Well, I mean, I see what we're doing as far as being growing as a connectivity company, continuing with our solutions mantra. I mean, the CellSat project is, like I said, it's in North America right now where it's launched, in Canada and the US, but it's going to be growing. It's going to be here next, at some point early next year. It's going to be in APAC, it's going to be in Latin America. I mean, it's going to continuously grow. The key thing is that workflows in North America aren't necessarily the workflows here or in APAC, which is why we have to learn. We have to sit down with them, find out what they're trying to do and what their current use cases are for their KA or their legacy KU is. And once we learn that, then we can come back with a solution that's going to be suitable for what they want.
And so basically the bottom line is there's going to be more news from everywhere. And
there's never not going to be news, but here's the challenge, right? Is that you're competing with the person on the street with the cell phone. So we have to help our partners find ways to get stuff to air quicker or to the internet quicker, meaning faster file transfers. We have you can transfer files while you're recording them now. We have to find ways to help our customers beat the man on the street viewer who's getting stuff to YouTube and to Snapchat and all these other social media sites.
We'll be looking forward to see how you beat the man on the street.
Sounds good.
Bill, thank you again.
Thank you. Pleasure as always.
Thank you. And thanks for watching.